Good afternoon, Kumaran. Monish sir, good afternoon. Very good. Are you completed the homework problems? You got the same answer? Yesterday I gave some answers also for the problems. Good afternoon, Abhinaya. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Am I correct the question, Yadini? So look at that. Here we have to right. So cross multiply. First of all, you simplify. First of all, you write that entire complex number in a plus ib form. Okay, and then find the modulus. That will be easy for us. So now cross multiply. What is the answer? 1 into 1 plus I. This is 1 into 1 plus I. Here, actually this is minus 2. Minus 2 into, actually this is minus 2 into 1 minus 4i divided by, this is 1 minus 4i into 1 plus I. Okay, into this is 3 minus 4i divided by 5 plus I. Okay, so therefore, what is the answer here? This is 1 plus I minus 2 plus 8i divided by, this is, I'm just multiplying, minus 2 minus into minus plus 8i. So here you multiply 1 into 1 plus I. You just multiply 1 into 1 plus I, 1 plus I, multiply by minus 4i. So minus 4i into 1 minus 4i, minus 4i into I, that is minus 4i square. Okay, so here 3 minus 4i divided by 5 plus I. So here this is 1 minus 2, it is nothing but minus 1. This I plus 8i, it is 9i divided by, look at that, here actually my I square is minus 1. Look at that, my I square value is minus 1. So therefore minus 1 into minus 4 plus 4. Plus 4 plus 1, this is nothing but plus 5. This is I, 1i, this is minus 4i, that is minus 3i. Okay, into this is 3 minus 4i divided by 5 plus I. Okay, now just multiply. Here also minus 1 plus 9i is there. You just multiply these two. Okay, similarly multiply in the denominator also. When you multiply numerator, what is the answer? Minus 1 into 3 minus 4i. That is minus 3 plus 4i. You just multiply minus 1 into 3 minus 1 into minus 4i. Okay, similarly multiply this 9i. Okay, so multiply this 9i into 3, so that is 27i. This is similarly minus 9, this is 27i, but my 9i into minus 4i, that is minus 36i square, whole divided by, multiply the denominator, 5 into 5, 25 plus 5i, okay, minus 15i and minus 3i square. Just multiply. So here look at that. Here my I square is minus 1. Here also my I square is minus 1. We know the value of I square. So therefore this term, these two are having no I, because my I square will be minus 1. Here these two terms 25 and minus 3i square, these two are having no I terms, that are called as real parts. So therefore this is real part minus 3. Here actually plus 36. My real part minus 3 plus 36, because my I square is minus 1. Okay, here my imaginary part is 4 plus 27, that is 31. That means you can take it I commonly. if you take I commonly, this is 4 plus 27. This is, okay, divided by here. So today we are going to discuss about only the complex number problems. Next class onwards, we are going to start the new chapter. Okay, this is 25. This is actually minus 1 into minus 3 plus 3. So therefore, this is 28. That is 25 plus 3. Real parts. Okay, my imaginary part is here 5, here minus 15. So therefore, if you take I commonly, 5 minus 15. So therefore, the answer is this is 33 plus 36 minus 3. Here 4 plus 1, 31i divided by 28. Okay, this is 5 minus 15 minus 10i. Are you okay? Now, still this is not in the a plus ib form. Okay, this is not in a plus ib form. So how to convert into a plus ib form? Right, I'm going to convert into a plus ib form. I'm going to simplify. That means I'm going to take a conjugate. That is 33 plus 31i by 28 minus 10i into, what is the conjugate? This is 28 plus 10i divided by 28 plus 10i. This is my conjugate. Okay. The denominator is very simple. I know, already told that whenever you are applying that conjugate, multiplying the conjugate, denominator is a minus b, a plus b. Okay, what is your a minus b, a plus b? So this is 28, 28 square. That is my formula is a minus b, a plus b formula is a square minus b square. What is my a square minus b square formula? Yeah. Okay, so therefore this is 28 square minus 10i square. Okay, numerator you have to multiply this 33 into 28. What is your 33 into 28? 33 into 28, it is 924. Okay, and 33 into 10, so that is 330. This is 31 into 28. What is 31 into 28? That is 868. This is I, 868, 31 into 28. Okay, so 31 into 10. So therefore, this is 310i. Okay, now simplify this. These two are called as, this is I square. Because 31i into 10i, 310i square. So this is also my real part because my I square is minus 1. 924 minus 310. This is 330 plus 868. Okay, now apply and simplify. What is the answer you are getting? Conjugation is, if you are, please try to understand, your a plus ib is the complex number, then the conjugate is a minus ib. Your real part is same. You have to change in imaginary part only. Okay, so that is my conjugate. Are you okay? Right. So if you finish means we'll move to the next one. Now come to that. What is my real part? Here 924, here minus 310. Why? My I square is 924 minus 310. My I square is minus 1. So this is my real part. Plus, come to that imaginary part, I. So here 330 plus 868. So therefore 330 plus 868. Denominator 28 square. What is my 28 square? That is 784. Minus 10 square I square, 100 into minus 1. 10 square I square minus 1. So therefore, this is 924 minus 310. So therefore, this is 614. And if you add these two, 330 and 868, therefore I into, so that is 1198 divided by, this is 784 plus 100. Because minus 1 into 100, okay? So therefore, the answer is, here you can take 2 commonly. If you take 2 commonly, what is the answer? This is 307. Plus, if you take 2 commonly, here what is the answer? I will get 599i. Why, sir? Why you are taking 2 outside? Because I can cancel by 2 here. 784 plus 800, that is 884. I can cancel by 2. Okay, so that's why I'm taking. So here, if you cancel it, you will get 442. Right? So hereafter it is not simplified. So you will get it as 307 plus 599i divided by 442. Okay, so now what is that? So this is equal to 307 divided by 442 plus I into 599 by 442. Okay, so if the question is modulus are reduced into simple form, Yalini, the question is modulus are reduced into simple form. Reduce into a plus ib form means this is the answer. Yeah, modulus means you go for modulus. What is my modulus? Real part square. Okay, this is 307 by 442, the whole square, plus this is 599 divided by 442, the whole square. You stop up to this, Yalini, because it is a very big one, because we are going to find out 307 square, 442 square, and we have to divide here also. We have to find out this square, divide everything. You stop up to this. This is your modulus. Root of a square, your z is equal to a plus ib, then root of a square plus b square, your modulus. You stop up to this. Are you okay? Any doubt? Yeah. Yeah, Pavan, your answer also correct. I am dividing by 2, you are not divided by 2, that's all. Your answer is correct, Pavan. Madhunisha, your answer is correct. Okay. Yeah, ask your doubt, Yalini. What is your doubt? This is the first sum, Rahul. What is the doubt in that, Yalini? So if the modulus is very tedious like this, in your exam you write that. So if the modulus is the square value 2, 3, 4, some 10, 12 is coming, means you can simplify that. So it is coming, it is big like this, 307 the whole square, 599 the whole square, means you stop up to this. Mark will be given, don't worry. Yeah, so my Z1 equal to 2 plus 3i, Z2 is equal to 1 plus I. Okay. Right. So I will go to the next slide. My Z1 is 2 plus 3i. My Z2 as 1 plus I. Okay, some students are asking about test. So tomorrow test portion is chapter 1. Okay, first chapter and 20 MCQs. Tomorrow we have only 20 MCQs, and next test onwards it will be increased, either 25 or 30. Okay, time 1 hour only. 1 hour morning 10 a.m. Test timing is morning 10 a.m. Okay. Chapter 1, the chapter name is sets. Okay. 1 hour only. You please, if you log in at 10:30 or 11 or 11:30 or 12, it won't be open. Okay. So please log in proper time, and within 1 hour you try to finish that. Your test will be very easy. The questions are only easiest questions only. You please try to attend the question. Try to attend the test without fail. Okay. Are you clear? Yes, Vijay Narayan, I will solve the problem. Don't worry. After finishing this, I will solve the problem. So please, if you are not attending the test or scoring less marks, so that will be viewed seriously. Please try to attend the test properly for every week. Okay. The next week's syllabus is second chapter. The next week Saturday test syllabus is, okay, chapter 2. What is my chapter 2? Functions and relations. Total, full chapter. Okay, next week Saturday chapter 2 test. Okay, you please start from this week onwards. Right, now come to that. The question is, some modulus of Z1 by Z2 is equal to modulus of Z1 by modulus of Z2. Okay, this is the property, this is the result. What is the meaning? First you divide two complex numbers, you will get another complex number, and then take a modulus. The division of two complex number is also a complex number. Multiplication of two complex number is also a complex number. Okay, so therefore divide these two, you will get one complex number. Okay, so and for that complex number you take a modulus. That is equal to finding the modulus separately and divide. This is also same. Both the sides will get the same answer. That is we are going to prove. Are you okay? $10 a.m. to not 5 p.m. If you are open at 10:30, it won't be open. Exactly 10 o'clock you open it. Okay. If you wish to attend the test at 11 a.m., it never open. Okay. So this is exactly 10 a.m. only, like NEET test. Not 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Marks each question carry for correct answer 4 marks each question. Okay, for wrong answer -1 mark. Wrong answers -1, correct answers 4. Each question carry 4 marks. For wrong answers, for every wrong answers, you have it will be reduced 1 mark. Okay. Right, now come to that. First of all, divide that. What is my Z1 by Z2? My Z1 by Z2 is nothing but Z1 into 1 by Z2. Okay, what is 1 by Z2? 1 by Z2 is the multiplicative inverse of Z2. Multiplicative inverse. First of all, find 1 by Z2. Actually, what is Z2? My Z2 is 1 plus I. Write it in simplified form, that is A plus IB form. Take a conjugate. 1 minus I, 1 minus I. So therefore, multiply this 1 into 1 minus I, 1 minus I. This is A plus B, A minus B. A square minus B square. So this is nothing but 1 minus I divided by 1. This is I square is -1. So therefore, this is 1 by 2 minus I by 2. A plus B, A minus B. Okay, 1 by 2 minus I by 2. This is my 1 by Z. Now multiply. So how to multiply my Z1 into 1 by Z2? That is my Z1 by Z2. Okay, what is my Z1 by Z2? My Z1 by Z2 is nothing but Z1 into 1 by Z2. What is my Z1? My Z1 is 2 plus 3i. My Z2 as 1 by Z2 as 1 by 2 minus I by 2. Okay, what is the answer? Multiply that's 2 into 1 by 2. That is 1. I can write it as shortly. 2 into 1 by 2, 2 into I by 2. So that is I. 2 into, I am just multiplying 2 into 1 by 2 and 2 into I by 2. Okay, I will get 1 minus I, right? Now multiply here 3 into 3I into 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2I, and multiply this. This is minus 3I square by 2. So therefore, the answer is, this is minus 1 here plus 3 by 2. Minus 1 plus 3 by 2 means this is half. 3 by 2 minus 1 means half of I. Here look at that. My I square is minus 1. Minus 1 into minus 3 by 2, it is plus 3 by 2. So therefore, this is 1 plus 3 by 2 is 5 by 2 plus 1 by 2 of I. Are you okay? So this is my Z1 by Z2. Are you clear? Any doubt in this? Yes. NCERT only. Negative mark is there. Questions from NCERT only. Questions from NCERT only. Which one? Which problem, Yalini? Delete. I never ask questions in deleted portions. Okay. 4 marks. Each question is 4 marks. This time 20 questions. Next time it will be increase. Right. So now come to that modulus. My Z1 by Z2 modulus is modulus of Z1 by Z2 equal to. So this is 5 by 2 root over 5 by 2 the whole square plus 1 by 2 the whole square. Real part square plus imaginary part square. So therefore, this is nothing but 2 square is 4. Here also 2 square, here also 2 square. This is 5 square, 25 plus 1. So therefore, root over 26 by 4. This is nothing but root of 13 by 2. Okay, right. Now come to that modulus of Z1 by Z2. What is modulus of Z1 by Z2? Come to that. This is 2 square plus 3 square. This is root of 2 square plus 3 square divided by here 1 plus 1. That is root of 1 square plus 1 square. So the answer is root 13. This is 9 plus 4, root 13 by root 2. This can be written as root of 13 by 2. So look at that, from 1 and 2, I am getting the same answer. From 1 and 2, I am getting modulus of Z1 by modulus of Z2 equal to modulus of Z1 divided by modulus of Z2 only. Are you okay, Yalini? Yeah, okay, no problem. Find the conjugate. If look at that, this is my Z1 by Z2 means, right? What is the conjugate of this? Z1 by Z2 conjugate. Okay, so this is nothing but 5 by 2 minus 1 by 2i. That is the conjugate. If 5 by 2 plus 1 by 2i is the real complex number, then the conjugate is 5 by 2 minus 1 by 2 of I. This is the conjugate. Are you okay? Are you clear? This is also true, right? So yesterday I gave one problem. What is the question? Find the number of non-zero integral solutions of the equation. Am I right about the question? Find the number of non-zero integral solutions. Integral solutions of the equation. One minus I, my magnitude of modulus of 1 minus I power x equal to 2 power x. Okay. Yeah, very good. Right. So how to solve this? Take a modulus. Here it is, modulus is given. How to find out the modulus? My modulus is root of real part square plus imaginary part square. Okay, my imaginary part is minus 1, real part is plus 1. Imaginary part square plus real part square, the whole power x. That is given. This is 2 power x. So here this is nothing but root 2. Root 2 power x equal to 2 power x. Okay, right. When it is possible, root 2 power x, 2 power x. So root 2 means that is 2 power 1 by 2. My root 2 means 2 power 1 by 2 power x. This is 2 power x. So now look at that. My 2 power x by 2 equal to 2 power x. Here look at that, both the side my base is same. Base is same means the power is also same. So okay, so therefore this is possible only when x is equal to 0. My x is equal to 2x. So therefore this is possible only, this is possible only when x is equal to 0. Are you okay? Any other value satisfying this equation, if you give x is equal to 1, 1 equal to 2, we will get it. It is not true. Okay, 1 is 0, here also 0, here also 0, 0 equal to 0, we will get it. Okay, so therefore this is possible only when x is equal to 0. But look at the question. What is the question? Find the number of non-zero integral solution, but I am getting the 0 solution only. So therefore number of non-zero integral solutions or solution is 0. No solution is there. This 0 is different from this 0. This is number of, this is a solution 0. But here the number of non-zero integral solution is no, nothing. So therefore this is 0. Why? Only this equation satisfies by only x is equal to 0. But they are asking any non-zero x value satisfying non-zero integer. Integral solution means integer. Non-zero integer satisfying this equation means no. The answer is no. Number of non-zero integral solution is 0 only. Are you okay? Are you clear? Integer solution. Integral solution means integer solutions. Integers. Integral solution means integers. Sometimes you may get it as 3 by 2 is a solution, 2 is a solution. 3 by 2 is not an integral solution, 2 is the integral solution. Okay. Which one you are not understanding? Well, Kana Abdul, just now I got told everything, morning 10 o'clock test. Okay. So look at that well, here look at that, finally we are getting this. X is equal to 2x. For what values of x satisfying this equation? You please tell me any value satisfying this x is equal to 2x. For what values of x satisfying this equation x is equal to 2x? Only 0. This is possible. This equation is possible only it is 0. X is equal to 0. Apply both the side x is equal to 0. Here also 0. Here also 0. 0 equal to 0. It satisfies. Suppose I am applying 1 here. Here it is 1. Here it is 1 into 2. 2. I will get 1 equal to 2. That is not true. 1 equal to 2 is not true. Okay. So therefore this equation is possible. Okay, this equation is possible only when n equal to, x is equal to 0. Okay, now look at that. Here modulus is there. I am just applying modulus. What is my modulus? Root of a square plus b square power x 2 power x. This is nothing but root 2x. My root 2 means 2 power half. Okay, Can we multiply these two powers? Yes, we have a formula. A power m power n can be written as a power mn. We can multiply these two powers x by 2. Here here also base here look at that. My a power m is equal to a power n, then my m and n are equal. Okay, so therefore 2 power x by 2, 2 power x, then x by 2 equal to x. So simplify this, we will get it x is equal to 2x. So now we are getting the equation relation between x is equal to 2x only for what value of x satisfying this equation, only x is equal to 0. Okay, so therefore this is true only x is equal to 0. For other values it is not true. Okay. 0 equal to 0 will be the final answer, which is equal to 0. Yes. Yeah, what is the doubt? Test, you have to attend the test at in the morning 10 a.m. only. Okay. It may be possible to open at 10:05 or 10:05 or 10:15, but not possible to open at 10:30, 11, 12, evening, afternoon. Okay, it is not possible. So please, my humble request is you please open the test, go to the test at before 10 and 10:30, in between 10 and 10:30. After that, it won't be open. Please try to understand. Nakshatra, you please tell me any x value satisfying this equation. I am getting x is equal to 2x. This is okay for you, Nakshatra? Yeah. This is okay for you, x is equal to 2x. Okay, so you please give any one x value satisfying this equation. Please give any one value satisfying this equation. Yeah, you please, others please wait. Others please wait. Nakshatra, you please give any one value. 1 satisfying this equation. 2 satisfying this equation. 0 satisfies. You apply both the sides 0. 0 satisfies. Okay, so therefore my x is equal to 0 only satisfying this. Are you okay? That's I am writing here. Look at that. This is possible. This is possible means this equation. This is possible. X is equal to 2x. This is possible, or this equation satisfies by only x is equal to 0. But look at the question. My question is find the number of non-zero integral solution, integer solution. This is integer solution. Integral means non-zero integers. It is not possible. This is only possible x is equal to 0. So there is no other possibility for satisfying this equation. So therefore my number of solution is 0. No solution is there. Very good. Very good. My number of non-zero integral solution is 0 only. No solution, only 0 solution satisfying this equation. Are you clear? Yeah. Now come to the next problem. Narayanan, are you clear? You asked this problem. Find the real numbers x and y. Find the real numbers x and y if x minus iy into 3 plus 5i is the conjugate of minus 6 minus 24i. Okay, find the real numbers x and y if x minus iy into 3 plus 5i. This is, if you multiply these two, you will get one complex number. This complex number is the conjugate of this number. Then what is the answer? Find x and y. How to find out? 15th summa. You please tell me the sum question. You please tell me the question, Yalini. Okay, you please try to understand, find the real numbers x and y if x minus iy into 3 plus 5i is the conjugate of minus 6 minus 24i. Okay, so look at that, this x minus iy 3 plus 5i, this is equal to, what is this? This is the conjugate of this. What is the conjugate of this number? I have already told that my conjugate is minus 6 plus 24i. If z is equal to a plus ib, what is my conjugate? My conjugate of z. Conjugate is nothing but the image of the complex number. Okay, conjugate means image of the complex number. My conjugate of z is a minus ib. So therefore, conjugate of this number is, you don't change anything in the real part, only the sign change in the imaginary part. Minus 24 means plus 24 is my conjugate. So okay, now simplify this, multiply this. This is 3x plus 5. This is, multiply this 5xi and multiply this minus 3yi. So this is minus 5yi square equal to minus 6 plus 24i. Okay, so therefore here look at that, my I square is minus 1. Okay, so therefore 3x plus 5y. So therefore 3x plus 5y, this is my 3x plus 5y, this is my real part, plus my imaginary part is here 5x minus 3y. This is equal to minus 6 plus 24i. Now look at that. This is also the complex number a plus ib form. This is also the complex number. When these two complex numbers are equal, two complex numbers are equal, then the real parts are also equal, imaginary parts also equal. Okay, what is my real part? Both the sides. Here my real part is 3x plus 5y. Here my real part is minus 6. Imaginary part is 5x minus 3y equal to 24. Solve these two. What is the answer? What is your x? What is your y? Please solve and tell me the answer for this one. Real equal to real. Correct, Monisha. Please solve. No I means that is real part. If the term having no I is coming means that is imaginary part. 5y in the first bracket. Here look at that, my dear student, here look at that, my I square is minus 1. My I square value is minus 1. Okay, so therefore 5y into minus 5y into minus 1, it will become 5y only. No I, 5y only, that 5y I am writing here, because no I means I am taking the real part. Are you okay? Are you clear? Vijay? Very good, very good. Are you getting x is equal to 3, y is equal to minus 3? Vijay, are you understand that 5y? Tomorrow only 20 questions. Next class, next test onwards, we will get it at 25 or minimum 25 or 30 questions. The first test I am giving only some less number of questions. Okay. Right. Now come to that the next problem. If x plus iy the whole power 3 equal to u plus iv, then show that u by x plus v by y equal to 4 times of x square minus y square. How to prove that? X plus iy the whole power 3 is equal to u plus iv. Then show that u by x plus v by y is equal to 4 times of x square plus y square. Nakshatra, which one? Previous one or this problem? Nakshatra, which one you want? Previous one. Okay, you please do that. I will explain that again. Okay, what is the answer for this? X plus iy the whole power 3 is equal to u plus iv. Then show that u by x plus v by y is equal to 4 times of x square minus y square. What is actually a plus x plus iy the whole cube? So apply the a plus b the whole cube formula, a cube. I am applying the a plus b the whole cube formula, a cube plus 3a square b, okay, plus 3ab square plus b cube equal to u plus iv. I am just applying a plus b the whole cube formula, a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. So the same formula for complex number also. So therefore this is my x cube, this is my 3x square yi, this is my 3x y square I square. What is my I square? My I square is minus 1, this is y square. Okay. Here my I cube y cube. What is my I cube formula? My I cube is nothing but I square into I. My I square is minus 1 into I. So therefore this is minus I. So therefore this is equal to u plus iv. Right. So therefore this is my x cube. Look at that. This is x cube plus 3x square y, okay, into I plus here minus 3xy square, and this my I cube is minus I. So therefore minus I y cube equal to u plus iv. So what are my real parts? Here there is no I. In this term there is no I. Look at that. In this term there is no I. In this term also there is no I. Okay, so therefore these two are called as my real parts. So therefore x cube minus 3xy square plus I into. What about the I terms? In these two terms I have some I. So therefore I taken outside. So therefore I will get it as 3x square y minus y cube equal to u plus iv. Okay, now look at that. This is also in the form of u plus iv, a plus ib. Here also a plus ib. So therefore my real part and real part both are equal. Real and real are equal. Imaginary and imaginary are equal. Okay, so therefore compare that. So therefore my u is equal to, here the real part u, here the real part is x cube minus 3xy square. What is my v? Imaginary part. Here imaginary part v, here imaginary part is 3x square y minus y cube. Okay, right. Now I got u and v. Come to this one, left hand side. What is my left hand side? U by x plus v by y. Apply that. You apply your u and v in our left hand side and simplify, you will get the right hand side. Okay. You just apply your u and v value in your left hand side, you will get the right hand side value. Yeah, I'm explaining again. Please try to understand. I'm applying that a plus b the whole cube formula. What is your a plus b the whole cube formula? A cube plus 3a square b plus b 3ab square, okay, plus b cube. This is the formula I'm applying. A plus b the whole cube formula. A cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube formula. Here I'm applying the values. My I square value is -1. My I cube value is -I. Please try to understand. I square is -1. I cube is -I. Apply these two values here. Here I square is -1. Here I cube is -I. Apply that and collect the real parts. What is real part? If the term having no I means that is a real part. If the term having some I means that is called as imaginary part. So here these two terms, this pink color tick mark represents the real part. This into mark represents the imaginary part. Here also real part, imaginary part. Here also real part, imaginary part. But these two are equal means my real part equal, imaginary part both are equal. Are you clear? Where? Actually, x and y common and add to, yeah, simplify that, that's all. So simplify this, what is the answer we are getting? So my left hand side, this is my LHS, u by x. Nakshatra, you wait, I will explain in the last. Y by v. So therefore, what is my x? X cube minus 3xy square. X cube minus 3xy square divided by x plus, what is my, I'm sorry, and this is v by y. Look at the left hand side. So this is x cube minus 3xy square divided by x plus, my left hand side is u by x, b by y. This is x cube minus 3xy square. This is 3x square y cube. 3x square y minus y cube. Okay, divided by y. So here you can taking one x commonly and cancel it. So therefore this is x square minus 3y square. Here taking one y common and cancel it. 3x square minus y square. So therefore look at that, x square plus 3x square, 4x square. Here 3y square minus y square, 4y square. So therefore 4 taken commonly, x square minus y square. This is for RHS. See the RHS. You please see the RHS. This is your RHS. Okay. All right. Look at the next problem. If alpha and beta are different complex numbers, if alpha and beta are different complex numbers, with magnitude of beta, modulus of beta is 1, then find beta minus alpha divided by 1 minus alpha bar beta. 1 minus alpha bar beta. What is the value? Find this. You please take this problem and find the answer for this. Are you okay? Which question you are asking, Yalini? Yalini, which question you are asking? Example 16. What is the question now? Example 16. Example 1 or 16? Pavan, what is your answer? This answer is, yeah, Pavan, you are correct. This answer is 1. Very good. Very good answer, Pavan. So look at that, Yalini. Example 16 is our deleted syllabus. Example 16 is convert into polar form. Read the question carefully. Polar form, I didn't teach that polar form. Yalini, please try to understand. Polar form is deleted syllabus. I didn't teach this topic. Your example 16 is polar. Okay, so you please leave that question. Okay, polar form is not in our syllabus, new syllabus, deleted portion. Okay, now come to that, this one. So now look at that, my beta minus alpha divided by 1 minus alpha bar beta. Alpha and beta both are complex numbers, different complex number. Alpha bar means conjugate. Conjugate means that is an image. Okay, so here look at that. I'm going to multiply alpha bar, beta bar. I'm going to multiply by beta bar. Okay, in numerator and denominator. I'm just multiplying by beta bar. Why, sir? Because this is given. My beta modulus is 1. What about my beta bar modulus? That is also 1. Okay, that means beta is a complex number. Modulus of complex number is 1. Conjugate of the complex number is also 1. The magnitude of a complex number and its conjugate all both are same. So this is a result. Please note that I am writing result here. My z, my modulus of z, modulus of z bar conjugate, both are having the same one. And another thing, if you multiply z into z bar, you will get magnitude of z the whole square. This is also another result. These results we have already discussed. You please note that. Since my beta is modulus of magnitude of beta is also 1, magnitude of beta complement is also 1, I am multiplying by beta complement. Okay, so if you multiply here, what happened? Numerator is beta minus alpha into beta complement conjugate divided by, here multiply here, what happened? Conjugate, beta conjugate minus alpha bar into beta conjugate. Just now I have told that my beta and beta complement both are modulus of z square. Modulus of z square means my beta complement both equal to magnitude of beta square. This is nothing but 1. My magnitude of beta is 1. So therefore this is totally 1. Please try to understand. This is totally 1. Beta into beta conjugate is answer is 1. So therefore my answer is equal to magnitude of beta minus alpha into beta complement, beta conjugate divided by beta conjugate minus alpha conjugate. Okay, so I am splitting that modulus. Okay, I know that I can split the modulus because we have already discussed some results about this. Okay, I am splitting the modulus, both are giving the same result. Again, here also I am splitting the modulus. Modulus of beta minus alpha into modulus of beta conjugate divided by, here also conjugate, here also conjugate. So this can be written as beta minus bar the whole conjugate. Okay, so therefore your Z1 conjugate minus Z2 conjugate can be written as Z1 minus Z2 plus or minus. whole conjugate. Okay, I'm applying that result. Again, my beta minus alpha modulus, this is actually 1. Just now I have told that my beta is 1 is given, my beta conjugate modulus is also 1. So therefore, this is 1 divided by, what about this? My beta minus alpha, the whole conjugate. So this is, look at that, my Z bar, modulus of Z bar is equal to modulus of Z, the whole bar. Okay, so this is another result. I'm using all these results here. So now what happened? Here just now I have told that, okay, so my Z, modulus of Z, modulus of Z bar, okay, having the same modulus, right? So therefore, this is also having the same modulus. This is also the same modulus. I'm applying all the results. Therefore, these two are equal. That means beta minus alpha modulus divided by beta minus alpha modulus, both are equal. Into 1 is there. So therefore, you can cancel this. I will get x1. Okay, I am applying all the properties, all the results, whatever we know, whatever we have discussed now, till now in complex number, I am applying all the properties. Okay. Yeah, 1 is the correct answer. Yes, please try to understand. I am explaining again. So here I am just multiplying beta conjugate. Okay. So multiply here numerator and denominator. When you multiply in the denominator, multiply 1 into beta conjugate and alpha conjugate, beta into beta conjugate, beta bar. My beta into beta bar is nothing but modulus of beta the whole square. My modulus of beta is 1 only. So therefore we will get 1. So therefore this answer is 1. So therefore beta bar minus alpha bar into 1 only and the numerator. So here the whole modulus is there. I am splitting the modulus. Numerator separate modulus, denominator separate modulus. That is one result. Based on the result, I am separating the modulus for the numerator and denominator. Okay. So here there are two numbers. Here this is also complex number. This is also complex number. Splitting modulus for separately for this one and this one. That is another result. So therefore, taking modulus for this one and taking modulus for this one divided by modulus of this beta bar minus alpha bar. Okay, so this is beta bar minus alpha bar can be taken as beta minus alpha the whole bar. Whole bar means that is a conjugate. Here look at the result. Z1 bar plus Z2 bar can be written as Z1 plus Z2 the whole bar. I am applying that result. Okay, so here you no need to apply this result. You skip this. You skip this. These two are equal. Look at that. My modulus of Z and modulus of Z bar both are giving the same result. Both are equal, right? So what is my Z? Z is equal to A plus IB. What is my Z bar? A minus IB. What is my magnitude of Z? Root of A square plus B square. What is my magnitude of Z bar? Root of A square plus minus B square. This minus b square becomes plus. So therefore, root of a square plus b square alone. Look at that, my magnitude of z, magnitude of z bar, both are same. So similarly, magnitude of b minus alpha, magnitude of b minus alpha, the whole bar, both are giving the same answer. So therefore, this and this will be equal. Cancel it. My magnitude of, this is the same answer here. Z and Z bar having the same magnitude. My beta bar is equal to 1. Beta is equal to, my magnitude of beta is equal to 1. Magnitude of beta bar is equal to 1. So therefore, this is also 1. So 1 into 1 divided by 1, the answer will be 1. Okay. Any doubt? These two are same. Prapanch, these two are same. My Z, modulus of Z, modulus of Z bar, both are same. Magnitude of Z, magnitude of Z bar, both are same. See that example I am giving, a plus ib, a minus ib. Your a plus ib is the given complex number, a minus ib is the conjugate of the given complex number. Take the modulus magnitude for both z and z bar. I am getting the same answer. Are you clear? Are you okay? Are you understand? Yeah, what is the question number? You want this one, Nakshatra? Nakshatra, you are asking this question or any other question? This one? Yes, Monisha. I am multiplying beta bar. Why I am multiplying by beta bar? My beta is given. Look at that. Magnitude of beta is 1 given. Magnitude of my beta bar is also 1. That's why I am choosing that and multiplying that. Okay. Nakshatra, you want this question only. Yeah. So here just multiply these two. This is a complex number. If this is the conjugate of this number, this complex number is the conjugate of this. What is the conjugate of this? I am writing the conjugate of this number. This is nothing but minus 6 plus 24 is the conjugate. This conjugate, the conjugate of this number equal to this. That is a given. You please try to understand the statement. If you multiply these two, you will get one complex number. This complex number is the conjugate of this number. What is the conjugate of this number? Minus 6 plus 24 is the conjugate. That is equal to multiplication of these two. Okay, now I am multiplying x into 3, x into 5i, iy into 3, iy into 5i, multiplying everything, applying my I square is minus 1. Okay, and collecting that real part. These two are my real part, therefore there is no I term in that are called as real parts. These two are my imaginary parts. Here right hand side minus 6 plus 24 is there. So these two complex numbers are equal, then my real parts are equal. These two are my real part. Similarly, these two are my imaginary part. I am getting two equations. Solving these two equations, I will get x and y. That is the question. Look at the question, find x and y. Are you okay, Nakshatra? Nakshatra, are you understanding or not? Yes, yes. Since two complex numbers are equal, then both real and imaginary parts should be equal. Both the sides. Both real part and imaginary part should be equal if two complex numbers are equal. Okay. Are you clear? Right. Okay, thank you. So Monday we will start our next topic. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Yeah, this is our first slide. Are you okay? Any doubts? Okay, thank you all. Thank you so much. We'll meet in the next class. Please give importance for the test. Thank you. Thank you, Yalini. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.